righty, y'all. We are back with another episode. We are back. And I said that strongly because if you can clearly see by the title, we're going to be talking about Juneteenth.
Yes.
The motherland, the epitome, that's the blueprint we're going to be talking about today, okay?
Yes, we are.
So I'm just going to go ahead and get us started off with our introduction. My name is Donald Coleman.
Yes. And I am Dr. E.
And this is Unapologetic Conversations with the Comans, y'all. We are back on another glorious Sunday, the Sunday after Juneteenth. How did you celebrate Juneteenth yesterday?
I had to work yesterday.
You know how I feel about that. You should have called reparations. You should have called off. I don't like that. That didn't sit right in my spirit.
I know. I have to do better. But you guys know I have my private practice and I also work from my 9 to 5. So calling off was almost impossible. But next year, I do plan on prioritizing this holiday and making sure that I am not booked and busy and I am celebrating and pouring into my own reparations. Okay, because that is exactly what I needed to be doing yesterday. But brother, how did you celebrate?
So I celebrated. I woke up that morning and I started reading this book. It's actually a Black Lives Matter memoir book.
Okay.
It's just a bunch of short stories like collaborated in one book. I wish I had it here like on my desk. I would show you, but I can just plug it in later on Instagram. But I started off reading that, and then there was a bunch of little Juneteenth like kickbacks and stuff going on, and I had planned to attend one because I had. Because of the pandemic, the Pythagorean theorem we've been in, not a lot has been going on the social aspect. So it would have been nice to, get out and just socialize with people, for an hour or two. But unfortunately, it rained for pretty much a majority all day yesterday. So a lot of stuff just got canceled. Like a lot of people weren't going out. It was just like, I don't know if it was like that down there, but in Michigan, we had a lot of rain, like on and off throughout the day. So really, I just chilled with a couple of friends and we just hung out and watched Netflix. And that's pretty much how I celebrated Juneteenth. Kind of sad, kind of lackluster, but hopefully next year, the sun will be out, the heat will be scorching. We're going to be out on a patio, barbecuing something, because we love on any holiday, we love to fire up that grill.
I play with it. Where is the burgers, the ribs? Okay.
The ribs, the chicken, listen, throw some fish. Listen, we gonna barbecue something.
To me. Yes.
So moving on, we're gonna talk about our coffee. What are we drinking? So y'all, I had to switch it up. I went to Starbucks, and then I know I'm saying that so sadly,
I love it.
Really, y'all. Okay, so let's get into it. I got a venti ice almond honey flat white. That was a mouthful. I know. You might have to play it back a couple of times. And this time I saw on Instagram, because I love being on Instagram, like my explore page. And I saw this recipe for this drink, except they added liquid cane sugar, and they added, instead of the honey like pump, like the blend that they have, put honey packets in it. So I told them, instead of the honey blend, put honey packets in it.
Yeah, honey's really good.
And the honey packets were so sweet. They only needed like 4. I had told them to put 2 more in there, but just for the savory flavor. But it's really good. I love the blend, and it has almond milk in it, if I didn't say it already. So if you are like me and you have beef with dairy, you and dairy are not on speaking terms, this is a good drink to have. And again, it does come hot, but today it is like 85, 86 out right now, and I just could not tolerate a hot drink, so we just had to switch it up with the cold drink. So I will come back to it when it cools down, but for now we hot drinking it up. I mean, cold drinking it up this summer.
Yeah, I do not blame you. It has been super hot here in Georgia, but most importantly, like it's been raining the last couple of days. So, yeah, I don't even want to tell y'all what I'm drinking right now.
Oh my God, y'all. When I tell you this might be her version of being down bad. I don't
Listen,
know.
it's the ghetto.
I
It is
don't like, I
the
don't
ghetto.
know. Like y'all know she is the queen of her Starbucks recipe. And what she is
What?
about to show y'all might have to cash app her because I don't know. Y'all might have to I might have to put the Venmo down in the description because it's kind of down bad. But I'm gonna let you
Y'all,
explain.
listen, all week, because as of where I live right now, even the place that I am moving to, there is a Starbucks literally in walking distance from where I reside and where I will be moving to on Monday, tomorrow. However, I had an early appointment to get my braids done.
And it looked nice.
And I was running a little late.
As
So the
one would be.
only coffee shop that was in the plaza where I get my hair braided was the Dunkin' Donuts. And
well, okay, before I even pass judgment.
It's the cup for me.
It's
the cup for me. Like, listen.
What did you order? Okay, before I even ask what you ordered, is it similar to what you would normally order at Starbucks, or did you just say, well, to hell with it, I'm just gonna try a whole different something else?
If you guys know me, you know I love me a venti dark roast, 2 pumps of peppermint, 4 raw sugar. Okay. So at Starbucks,
you need to make that into an ebook. Okay, just
listen. At Starbucks, instead of venti, you have to say large at Dunkin' Donuts. My bad. So you might have to rewire my brain. So
Y'all,
I
if you
had
are
to
watching
tell
this on
them,
YouTube, my face right now, like our faces, it's like we're giving much black sitcom.
right? I didn't even know how to order. I'm like, can I have a venti? They're like,
we don't do that.
We don't. What are you saying? That's like pulling up to, what is it, McDonald's and ordering like you at Burger King. Okay, no, we don't have the same stuff. So literally, I got a large dark roast coffee. They didn't have no peppermint. So since I got no peppermint in this coffee, they had sugar, but it was not raw sugar. So I told them no sugar because I am detoxing this week. And so I'm drinking just a black coffee in a Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Well, please tell me, okay, do you have the Starbucks creamer? You don't have a Starbucks creamer?
I don't do creamer.
Oh yeah, you see. Listen, I tried to help you. I tried to pull you up from the sunken place, but today in this episode, she is down bad status, y'all. Like
it's giving very much the ghetto, and
the queen, her crown has shifted a little bit. It didn't fall, but it shifted.
I gotta realign
and readjust.
It was so sad. Like literally, even just holding the cup. It was the aesthetic for me that was just off. And I just was like, what am I? I tried to enjoy my coffee, but
it was not
no, it's not hitting at all.
It didn't give what it was supposed to give.
No, it didn't even give the smell that it was supposed to give. It was just awful.
Say didn't understand the assignment. We get it.
No, and then to top it off, I ordered some avocado toast because I
was just about to ask. I was like, "Have you tried the avocado toast? At least did that save the day?"
It was awful. I don't know what type of avocado spread they're using, but trust me, y'all. And I love a good avocado toast. It was bland. The seasoning was not hitting. Maybe I'm just not a Dunkin' Donuts girl. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too Starbucks to go anywhere else. But the avocado toast didn't even get it. So sis had to make a salad at home.
You know, with the avocado toast, okay, I've had the regular avocado toast, and then I've also had it with bacon because you can't add bacon bits to it. And I can say it's a little bit better with the bacon, but I don't know if it's because the bacon, like the grease, like it mixes with the avocado and like it makes it a little bit more flavorful.
Okay.
But with the regular avocado toast, I remember I had to go home and add everything seasoning to it. I will listen. I had to add my own seasoning to it, and it made it better. But yeah, Duncan, we love you, and if you want to sponsor us, go ahead. But we need to talk to someone from your department.
Yeah, we have to do better. Like they have a lot of different things on their menu as far as like food and different varieties of the coffee. But I think that it's the love that goes a long way at Starbucks. It's the way that they treat. It's like going to Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
you know, if you've ever
as soon as you said that, I just remember those like TikTok memes. Like they did a Chick-fil-A. It's like, hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A. You're tired? It's flat. You want me to change your tire? You want a heated blanket?
As soon as I pull up to Starbucks, I'm like, hello. Sometimes I say Dr. Coleman. It depends on what bag I want to be in that day.
Oh God.
So when I pull up in that, when I pull up and I say, hello, it's Ebony or Dr. Coleman. Hello, Dr. Coleman. Or hello. It's all about that. When I pulled up to Dunkin' Donuts, hello, that's what I got. And I was just like, at that moment, I knew I was in the ghetto.
Also, and we're gonna move on after this because everyone's like, yo, they still talking about some damn coffee. Like, it is not that deep. It is not that deep. We have other things, bigger issues. But I will say, depending on the location does matter when it comes to coffee shops. I don't know why, but like inner city coffee shops sometimes don't be hitting. Sometimes you do have to go out to like different locations to get better service, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's like the store is built different, maybe the staff, like that stuff is important. So maybe you have to try a different Dunkin'.
Maybe I was in the wrong area.
Maybe you have to try a different location. I wouldn't give up on it entirely. I mean, I've had some Dunkin's coffee that was pretty slap when I was in a rush, and I had no other source of caffeine. But just don't try it again. Just sleep, pray on it, and go to another location.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna really try, but I don't know. I'll do another review on here for you guys, but I'm telling you, as of right now, today, we're shooting this on a Sunday, so it is 6/20/21. It ain't it. Dunkin' Donuts ain't it for me. But I'll try it again, and I'll let you guys know.
Well, we look forward to that update. Moving on, we're going to talk about tools and techniques. I'm going to let you go ahead and kick us off with that.
Yes. So, as you guys know, and probably can see in my background if you guys are watching on YouTube, everything is taken down. I'm very much in white and tan room right now because I am moving. The official move date is tomorrow, and I'm super excited. But as you guys know, moving is a journey.
Yeah.
And this week, I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to work out like I usually do. And so I started a 7-day cleanse. Mm-hmm. And y'all, like, I honestly haven't been able to go to the gym, but it has really kept my body, snatched and still looking real hot girl, summer ready. So I was like, today I'm gonna drop a little
Y'all, her nickname for me, like this year is Hot Girl Ebony. Like she's.
And so I have been, in addition to my vitamins, using the cleaner. Mm-hmm. And if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can see it comes in a white and red printed bottle. And it says the cleaner, the ultimate body detox, helps remove waste and pounds. And this one, like I said, is a 7-day one. And today is my 7th day. But
love to hear.
I have a 14-day one too. And I highly recommend taking the cleaner in addition to my vitamins. And I say that because the cleaner cleanses everything out, the good and the bad. And you have to have a probiotic when you are cleansing and detoxing your body, because some of the bacteria in our body is good for us, right? And so if you clean it all out, you're more prone to getting sick. you're more prone to germs in the environment. So it's good to have a probiotic that puts back in like the acidophilus and things that are naturally produced in the body to help us stay like healthy. And so those are my tools and techniques. If you are busy throughout the week and you are feeling like you can't fit in that workout, or you're just tired and you know this is going to be a challenging week for you, hit up GNC, get the cleaner, either the 7-day or the 14-day, and also go on to drebonycoleman.com and make sure that you get all of your vitamins. That vitamin C with the rose hips, in addition to the Irish sea moss, are the ones that I was taking to put the probiotics back in my body. So skin is still very much glowing today. Waist is still very much snatched. And it all goes out to me detoxing this week. So
honestly, I think you may have to plug me on the side with some vitamins, because I know, like for those of y'all who don't know, I am a junior as of this summer. I'm going into my 3rd year of school. I'm taking summer classes, and my schedule is pretty hectic from online school to now I'm transitioning back in the classroom. So it's kind of, I don't want to say hard now that I've gotten used to online school, because having to get up, go get gas, because like my campus is pretty far from me. Like it's about 30 minutes from where I'm at. Okay. So I have to now have a schedule again, because like I have to have a physical, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to get into the routine of getting up beforehand, because traffic is really bad. They're always doing construction on I-95, I-97, it's a never ending thing. So definitely I might have to get hip to that, because I really want to start, detoxing again. I want to go back to the gym, because since I've, been in my summer semester, I haven't created a steady schedule. So I think, that tools and techniques might inspire me.
Listen, and this is of course the women's formula, but they have the men's formula too. So
listen, y'all, she gave the assignment and I think I understood it. I think I might have understood that one.
Awesome.
So moving on, we're gonna go to Stone of the Week, which is my segment. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. I thought about it. No, it goes back to the TikTok. Like, I wasn't gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I wasn't gonna do it. I did it. Like, I wasn't gonna do you like that. So, this week's stone is Peridot. This is a new webcam, y'all, and it's really good, but it's
giving very much focused right now.
Giving very much focused, HD. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's a very small, it's a very deep green stone. Peridot is really good for money and finances. So I'm gonna give this energy to all the small Black businesses out there. I'm sending you finances. I'm sending you great wealth and prosperity. On this here Juneteenth weekend, or whenever you're listening to it. It's a very good stone for transformation. So whether you just got into your business or you may be halfway into it, it's a really good stone to have. Yeah, I see you looking. I see you taking notes. I see that.
My stone is what I'm thinking. I very much need it in my life.
And then also you can wear it in jewelry. So if you want to have for you, I'll probably recommend a necklace or some earrings you could wear.
My birthday is coming up, dear brother, July 29th.
Oh Lord, y'all, you see that? You see that? You see how she just twisted this? She twisted my segment, y'all, into her personal gain. I think the stone is working.
I think so too.
So yeah, this is Peridot. I will link everything to our Instagram. I do post the Stone of the Weeks every week. So make sure you guys check it out. But yeah, that's the end of my segment. I see she understood the assignment.
And I took notes.
And she took notes. Listen, got the voice memo ready and everything. She finna play this back.
Exactly.
So moving on, we have your enlightenment of the week.
Guys, okay. So this week, once again, I wrote a little something for you guys. And we're going to start it off like this. To love yourself is to know yourself. But if you know yourself, are you someone you can love? And I'll say that again. To love yourself is to know yourself. But if you know yourself, are you someone you can love?
That's so deep. Honestly, we may have a poet in the family. Like, honestly, like we maybe onto a revolutionary, because if y'all tuned in to last week's episode, she also wrote something, and it's given very much lyricist, given very much poet,
I've been
spoken
in my
word.
bag. I've been cleaning out my closet. It has been cleaning out my mind. Dopamine and serotonin has been running and
Listen, y'all can
thriving.
clearly tell her creativity is it's at its finest. So go ahead and explain to the audience, you know.
So sometimes when we're on this journey of trying to seek a partner or on this journey of trying to understand why our friendships maybe are not working, why it is that people are repelled from us instead of gravitating to us, sometimes we have to sometimes reflect and look in the mirror instead of always looking external at other people. And so for me, this week, when I sat down and I wrote that, it was just me aligning my energy. As I told you guys, I'm moving and I've had off-site conversations with my brother. And it's just like I felt like my energy was all over the place and I'm constantly giving to other people, but I felt like I wasn't loving myself in that moment and on that journey. And I did not like that. I was looking in the mirror and I did not like what I was seeing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to sit back. And like I said, this week, I took time out to detox. I took time out to pour into myself still in ways that gives me self-care and self-care boundaries, but also allows for me to show up in spaces and still be present, even though my life is boxed up and chaotic and all over the place right now. So I give to you all, if you are on a chaotic journey, if you are feeling like life is giving you all type of lemons and you are not seeing any way to make these lemons into a lemonade, understand that sometimes a perception of your chaos starts with how your mind is set and is viewing that chaotic viewpoint.
Mm-hmm.
So take time this week to sit down with your thoughts. Take time this week to love on yourself. Reflect on things that make you happy and actually figure out creative ways to implement those things into your life so that you are able to be a reflection of what it is that you want the universe to give you. So that is my enlightenment of the week.
I definitely need to clip that and put that on our Instagram, because that was so inspirational. Like, honestly, that I resonated with that so well. Like, you don't understand, like my soul is just like, feed me more. Uh, because I
Girl,
think, you know, a lot of people feel this way, but they have no way to interpret it, or they don't know how to express it. And I feel like, you know, a lot of, especially young adults, like people in our generation, our age range, feel like that. They feel like, you know, life, there's a lot of things being thrown at us and we don't necessarily see how it all fits together. And I think, especially like, and I'm just saying, people in our age range, like we are really the pioneers for a lot of different things.
we
And I
are.
think for a lot of us, you know, we face trials and tribulations, sorry, and we also get pressure from our peers, from society, from pressure from within, right? So I think it's important to not lose that perspective, and
I
I
agree.
think that was so dope. Y'all, we got a poet in the family. I done deemed it, I done dubbed it. uh
Okay, I want to
Listen,
receive all of
everyone
the
thought it
gifts.
was me. It's you. I'm definitely passing that mantle to you. And you just gonna have to work
I'm
with
just
it.
gonna have to deal with it.
We got to deal with it. So moving on to today's main topic, we're gonna be talking about Juneteenth. We're gonna talk about the psychology behind it. You know, what is Juneteenth? Just give y'all the kind of realness that you may not be seeing right now in the media from two people who are melanated. I think we can kind of give our input on the holiday, or I would hope so, right? So I think I'm gonna let you kind of kick it off with any thoughts, comments, you know, anything you wanted to add it.
I definitely wanted to start off by saying Juneteenth. commemorates the end of slavery in the United States. And the name stems from, I believe, a place, of course, it stems from Galveston, Texas. This was something that was issued as a General Order Number 3, which announced that in accordance to the Emancipation Proclamation, all slaves are free. All right. So that's the term, that's the definition, and that's where it originated from.
Right.
But for me, Juneteenth in today's world, it's just in 2021, when you go on the Instagrams or Facebook and you see it's so many people now that have businesses. And not only is it just like regular business, it's Black owned businesses. We are thriving. We are really out here, as you stated earlier, getting our reparations, owning things, and being able to sell to our people and buying in industries that we have been buying from for so long, but not getting the revenue from those industries. So for me, Juneteenth this year, even though I wasn't able to go out and celebrate it and like smoking hookah or drinking or, just being out having fun and being social.
Hot girl Ebony. Y'all see why she has the name? Like, y'all putting 2 and 2 together?
But I was able to celebrate it this year in a way that it almost kind of brings tears to my eyes, because next month, it will be 1 year of me starting drebonycoleman.com, which is my private practice. And
silent claps.
Right, like a little kid. But I'm super excited about that, because I feel like as an African-American woman, I was able to experience Juneteenth in a way that allowed for me to align to my ancestors, for my ancestors to be proud of me, for me to feel like I'm contributing in a way that I'm a mentor to others that want to go down that road. And I'm Black and I'm educated and I'm owning it and I'm living it. And this is what our ancestors fought so hard for. And I'm actually able to be here and take advantage of the things that they had to literally lose their lives for, raped, robbed from, and so it was very emotional for me this year. Like I said, I wasn't able to go out and be social, but I was able to reflect and align that I am a Black entrepreneur. I am a Black woman who owns her own business. And I celebrated Juneteenth in a way where I was able to say that my business is giving back in a way that our ancestors would have loved to see. So that's how Juneteenth hit me this year.
That got me so emotional. Like, y'all, I'm over here just goosebumps. Cause again, I resonated with that. And like I said, stated earlier, I didn't necessarily go out and party and hang out during Juneteenth. I hung out with some friends, we watched Netflix and stuff like that. But early in the day, I did like an hour-long meditation. And I just reflected on just where I started and where I'm at now. And I think, I look back and seeing myself now, like who I became, it was so powerful. Like, it was really earth-shattering, right? Because like you said, our ancestors, we are their wildest dreams, right? Like things that they thought would never happen. We are the living embodiment of that. And honestly, I look at this podcast, right? Because like, where I'm gonna go with this. Like, I look at the podcast because we started literally in January. We released our first ever episode, and now we are here in June on our second season. And not to toot your own horn, but we're kind of doing good. Like, I mean, from a small creator standpoint, I feel like we are thriving right now. And I think this Juneteenth really gave me a lot of perspective on my own history, my people's history. And I think moving forward, I just want to incorporate that into every Juneteenth. I feel like that should really just be a day of reflection. And like, there's no right or wrong way to celebrate Juneteenth. I mean, I don't knock people who have barbecues and, you drink and smoke, whatever you want to do. Like, obviously it's your day to celebrate, but I think for a lot of people who choose not to partake in that, definitely having a day of reflection and just, taking that time, whether it's like you journal that day or you just, you talk to a friend or whatever it may be. I think it's just important to celebrate you and your authenticity, right?
You
So
make me so proud to be like you. You are such a dope person. Like, you just are. Like, and I know that I tell you that all the time, and these are conversations that we have, but you are so sound as an individual. And I know that you're saying that other people partied and this was their way of doing it, but for you, Black man, right? You are what our ancestors wanted to have the luxury of being. You get what I'm saying to you?
yeah.
You're in a university, you're very well spoken. Even small things to be able to be excellent in reading and writing and being able to show up and be your best self and not having to diminish yourself or minimize yourself. You are all of the things that our ancestors wanted to be and were, but couldn't be. So even living, breathing, walking, educating yourself every day, you're living in a Juneteenth spirit. I have to tell you that because I don't tell myself that. And I think sometimes we as Black people or melanated people, right? We don't tell ourselves that getting up and going to work or getting up and going to class, starting your own business, just getting up and contributing in life in some type of positive, proactive way, you are living in the Juneteenth spirit 365 days a year. Period. Yeah, period. Because our ancestors never had this opportunity to live this abundantly, this freely. And although, yes, racism is still very much alive, we just had a shitty ass president. And racism is still intertwined in a lot of different things. But to even be able to look on a social media platform that's at our fingertips every day and see Black doctors, Black lawyers, Black entrepreneurs, Black university students, it is just a Juneteenth spirit every day.
And I really, and just to piggyback off of that, I really want to send forward to the Black scholars and entrepreneurs because y'all are really paving the way for a lot of people and a lot of different generations. Like, I want to reiterate, I am paying forward this Juneteenth to the Black scholars and the Black entrepreneurs because y'all are literally doing it. Like, we get so much criticism and hate from our peers in our community alone, and having to deal with that from other people, and you still get up and you do it every day. That's something that you just cannot ignore, right? There's just certain things, like you see that fly on the wall and it's like that fly ain't going away, like here, like, oh well, you should have closed the window, like
Yeah.
like you are literally that fly on the wall. And not to say you're an actual fly, but like you can't get rid of us, like, point blank period. Like, and I think moving forward, like you said, every day we contribute to our society in a positive way. Every day we get up and crack open a book. Every day we get up and we're working towards a goal that's positive. I think is the right way to celebrate Juneteenth.
I
And
agree.
I saw a TikTok the other day, actually, or it was the day before Juneteenth, and it was like people, there was like a lot of discourse in the comments talking about like how to celebrate Juneteenth. I honestly, and I will say it again, there's no right or wrong way to celebrate Juneteenth. I mean, there are some clearly problematic things you shouldn't do on the holiday, but like there's just no essential right or wrong way. I think personally, you living and being positive, that's enough for me.
Yeah, I agree. Being a mentor, giving back. And it doesn't always have to be money. You know, some people feel like, oh, I can't give back or I can't do this or that because I don't have the financial means. And we just got out of a pandemic. I know a lot of people that don't have financial means, but even the way that you carry yourself, like I said for you, and you're a very sound minded person. So for people that are in school, for you to be the type of person that you are, even if people might not say it, they look up to you. You are someone that is a leader to them. And I know that it's hard for us sometimes as Black people to say that to one another, right? But acknowledging another person does not diminish anything from you. That's what I want to say. I'm going to say that again. Acknowledging another person doesn't diminish or take away anything from you. And I feel like we as Black people, we need to do that more.
Yeah, let me add my quick little scent in that, because I definitely had to learn that, because I feel like we don't give credit where credit is due. We don't give people their flowers while they're still here. Like, I will always, like, now that, you know, I'm in these spaces with other Black content creators, you know, I always will leave a like, a comment, or I'll DM you privately and be like, you're doing good, keep it up. Like, I'm proud of you. Because stuff like that goes a long way.
It's free.
And it, right? And when you said a lot of people look up to me, that didn't really click in my head, honestly. And I'm going to be real, until like my freshman year of college. Because I had never realized that I was really I'm not going to say the standard. I was the goal. I was the image that people want to see in young Black men. And for me to be living in that image, and for other people to be looking up to me in that way, I never really thought of myself as a role model, right? Like, I never thought of myself in that kind of light. So when I see myself on social media, like I see like, for an example, when I was featured on BBK, right? I told you about that. I had a lot of people like DM me privately and like, congratulate me and tell me, and that blew me. That blew my whole like existence, because I'm like, wow, like, I had never really gotten noticed like that. I never really got my credit where credit was due. And I was okay with that for a long time, because I didn't really see it as an issue. But it is an issue in our community. We don't openly support each other, and that's the problem. So I will always, pay it forward if I see another content creator or another scholar, entrepreneur, whatever you're doing. I'm going to tell you, sis or bro, keep doing it. Right?
And I mean, that's what we have to do. Even you look at people like Martin Luther King, you look at people like Harriet Tubman, Sojourner Truth. If it wasn't for them caring openly about others, highlighting others, and when I say others, Black people, and really caring about us as a people and not just as ourselves, we would still, in so many different ways, be stagnant and enslaved, whether it is physically or mentally. And some probably would still argue that, mentally we are enslaved in different ways, because oppression, just like stress, it lives in the body. That's a whole nother journey.
That's a whole socio philosophical, psychological, like, conundrum. I think like that we would need a sociologist, another psychologist, and we would need a philosopher.
And we would need a day, because I could talk about that forever.
That would be like a 3-part series we would have to do. Like, but to sum it up, I do agree with that. Like the theory of transgenerational trauma, right? The theory that trauma and stress and all of those negative emotions are passed down through generation to generation. And I completely agree with that, because a lot of the tendencies, we have in our own community stems back from slavery. And, so you know what I'm talking about. Like, we see oppression. Each other. Like, so I definitely
Real.
do agree with that. And I think,
Yeah.
even in 2021, I think we still have come a long way. And I think that is worth acknowledging, because
It
I feel like
is.
we don't acknowledge the small steps before we
And
get to the big steps.
it could be something as small as, like you said, liking someone's post on Instagram or reposting someone's sale on Instagram. Whatever it is that you see someone is trying to accomplish, and especially if they're melanated, they're your people. Highlight them, because it takes nothing away from you. Nothing. It should make you feel more proud. It should make you feel more aligned to your ancestors. It should make you feel like, I am happy to be a Black person because I'm seeing all of these Black entrepreneurs, med students, graduate students, 9-to-5ers, people out here just doing it. I'm proud to be a part of that. So let me highlight my brother or sister. And in, like you said, in like summing everything up, if anyone is listening and want to take one thing away from this, is that your spirit only becomes more bright. Your spirit only becomes more elevated. Your spirit only starts to vibe on higher vibrations when you realize that you can only be as good as the person that is next to you or surrounding you. Meaning, as a Black people, as a melanated culture, as African Americans, as Blacks, we can only be as great as our brothers or sisters. So let's not try to diminish. Let's not try to be the crab in the bucket parallel. Let's be a people that lives in the Juneteenth spirit daily, highlighting others, reposting people's businesses, seeing somebody walk down the street, they look great today, telling them that. And not just doing it in a private way where it's a private DM, putting it on a pedestal, because for whatever accomplishment that person has, it's a whole line of trauma that they had to go through to get there. I'm gonna stop there. So
That really, y'all, my heartbeat, if you could hear it, it is very, I resonate with that, and I know I keep saying it, but it's true. And I think one thing, as we start to wrap up the episode, because I know you got 1.5 million things to do, the what's the wicked never rest. There's no rest for the wicked. Okay.
okay.
So I definitely would say moving forward, because I know a couple of people asked me to talk about it on the show, so I'm going to talk about it. What is like one or two things you would recommend to someone, like how to celebrate Juneteenth in a respectful way, Black or non-Black, non-POC? I think my first thing would be is to educate yourself. Education is so powerful. We've talked about it. We understand it. It's the key. In this age of Google and YouTube, you should not be lacking. You shouldn't be. There's no excuse. So I think that would be my first thing. If you wish to observe Juneteenth for next year, definitely educate. There's nothing wrong with admitting something that you don't know. And I think a lot of people have an issue with that. And I think a lot of conflicts in this world revolves around things that people just simply don't know and are too afraid to admit it. Because I know there are a lot of Black people that don't know the history behind Juneteenth because it wasn't taught in school. And again, that's a whole different other conversation that needs to be had. But, for a lot of people, you didn't grow up knowing it unless it was passed down to, oral history. Like your grandparents didn't tell your parents, how that go. So if you didn't know it by that, then you just wouldn't have known. So I think for next year, I challenge all of my melanated brothers, sisters, to definitely research the history behind Juneteenth. My second piece of advice I think I could give on how to observe Juneteenth, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, support Black business. More specifically, support small Black business. And that's enough said. I'm going to pass the mic to you.
That is. And I'm just literally going to align to what you're saying and definitely to what I have already stated. Number one, it is so very important to highlight people in a way that is not a snide comment like, oh, girl, I wish I could be you when I grow up. Or, oh, look at
Why
all
is
of this.
that? No, why is that an actual thing in the community? People like, oh, I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Like, and it don't be positive. It be so negative. And I'd be like, y'all really grew up like
you really are like 50 years old talking about you want to be you when I get up.
Like you up there, like
what are we saying? So let's highlight each other in authentic ways. You know, it's okay to acknowledge your jealousy. It's okay to acknowledge your envy. Everybody wants things in life, and sometimes it manifests in a way that you might not like. So, going back to what I stated earlier, when I talked about loving thyself and reflecting, it is very important that before you journey in life, before you judge in life, that you reflect on your own life and your own trauma so that you don't implicitly inflict trauma on others. So I'll start there. If we're going to, number one, give a compliment, make sure that it's authentic and it's coming from a good place. Number two, I would have to say the small things go a long way. That's it. If you see someone that is selling an ebook for $5 or they are water boys, we have water boys here in Atlanta, and you know that comes with the negative and the positive and thoughts on that. But the hustle comes from a place of need. That's where it starts in a lot of different people, especially like in African American cultures. Financially, some of us were raised impoverished, and we are just now starting our businesses, and we're figuring it out. And it might not look well packaged and put together, but we're trying, and we're trying to structure it, and we're finding out about loans, and we're opening businesses accounts, and we're getting our brick and mortars, but it doesn't look pretty right now. We're still manifesting and still trying to pour into these businesses to make them real. So for number two, I would say if you can give, if you can support, support. Whether it's $5 or $100, if you have it, give it. Because if you are really trying to help out, if you're really authentic in a way that's saying, I want to give and be in the Juneteenth spirit, the best way is to support Black business, no matter how big or small it is, how well packaged it is or not. So,
yeah. Also, another thing when you say give, it like you said earlier, it does not have to be monetary. It does not have to be financial. Literally, it could literally be you reposting something, you resharing it, you tagging, or anything. It could be uh anything. It does not have to always be financial. And I think for a lot of people, we live in an age where, money rules all, unfortunately. So I understand that, but it could be you reposting resources, right? Because if y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I stay reposting stuff all the time on my Instagram stories. Like I post resources, I post people who, I may like know about a certain subject, but I'm going to repost these people because they're a little bit more educated on the subject than I am. And I can point you in the right direction. See, it's not always finances with that. So definitely doing your part, no matter how small it is still important. And
so.
lastly, I think one last piece of advice I think I could give about celebrating Juneteenth, it would definitely have to be it's so it's deep in my spirit right now. I think it would definitely have to be you accepting, especially if you're a person of non-Black descent. I think it is especially why are you laughing? Now you made me laugh. Now you made me laugh. If you're a person who is not Black, I think it's important to take self-inventory and to check your own biases. And I'm not going to elaborate further on that. I think however you want to perceive that, you take into account, we all have biases, right? But I think even within our own community, and we've definitely talked about that on the show, colorism, sexism, we talked about it all. But definitely I would take this time to check your biases, because that within itself is so powerful. We always say psychology is so powerful. So when you're taking that self-inventory, which we talked about in the previous episode, y'all should check out, also check your biases. And that's just that on that.
I chuckle because it's so funny. And I'm gonna keep it short. Literally, we have 2 minutes. Just because you see a Black person or a person of color, or however that person likes to align their identity, walking up to them saying, "Hey girl," or doing this head nod if you're seeing me, and aligning that to what you think Black culture is, that's not okay to us, and it's actually offensive. And some of us don't speak that way. Some of us do, but some of us might do it with friends and family. And if you are walking up to that person, you're not a friend and you're not family. So doing that is very offensive. So if you want to support, approach the Black culture as a culture. Just like in, what is it, the Chinese culture, you have where you don't look eye to eye, I believe, and it's other cultures where you don't handshake, and it's a lot of different things that align to cultures because that is a part of respect in their culture. So understand that a part of Black culture is educating yourself so that when you are in spaces with Black people, you have a sense of their culture and you're able to respect it.
Beautifully said. I could not see. This is where my sister picks up the grace in the classroom. Out of both of us, I think she's the classiest, sassy, bougie, rad. I just thought that's. Anyways,
Hey.
we finna wrap it up, y'all. But thank y'all so much for tuning in with this episode. It was really insightful. I hope whoever you are, whatever you identify as, I hope you can get something out of this episode. It was really dope shooting it, talking about it, because we are literally in history. Like, I don't know, a lot of y'all hate to admit it, but moments like these will be in history books. So I think it's so cool that we get to talk about this kind of stuff in a positive and productive way. But before I get carried away with my emotions and my feelings, I want to make sure, firstly, if you're watching this on YouTube, y'all know the drill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Boost that algorithm all the way up. Also, make sure you hit the bell icon, because you will never, and I repeat, never miss an episode drop from us. So, and it's free. So why aren't you doing that? Is my question. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Okay. It's giving you support, but then you don't. And we don't like that. Nextly, make sure you check out my sister's website, y'all. Dr. Ebony Coleman. She will hit you up with the vitamin supplements, y'all. She is a wellness coach. Again, private practice. Her mentorship, y'all. If you're looking for a mentor, this beautifully educated queen of a sister I have will get you together. And with that being said, make sure you follow us on Instagram too. All of that stuff will be linked down in the description. Is there anything I'm missing on the docket?
Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers that are out there, whether you are biological, whether you're a stepfather, whether you are a boyfriend and you are in partnership with some woman that has children. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to the future fathers if you want to have
Yes, that's
children.
right.
Happy Father's Day to the people who don't want to have children. Today is your day, right? You know, there we got to talk about that, all the
True.
nuances, and especially Happy Father's Day to people who may have lost their father or may have never had a father figure in your life. We see you, respect you, and we love you. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. It is always dope having my sister here. And
Absolutely.
we will see y'all in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.